Hi guys, these were my nails before I did them. As you can see, my middle finger is clipped down, and I did clip that myself because I kept hitting my middle finger while cleaning and I need to get it off. And my thumbnail is off because I hit it on the ceiling while I was doing something on my bed, and it started to bleed underneath because it hurt so bad. And so I just had to get that off before I keep hitting it, and it damaged my nails even more. So I'm starting by taking off my bling off of my nails. I'm taking off my 17 because I recently turned 17. But majority of my rhinestones came off because they are cheap. And now I'm going in with my safety coarse bit, and I'm falling off the gel polish, and I do circle around the cuticle first majority of the times when I'm doing my nails myself, or at least I try to circle the cuticles first, and then I go to fall off the rest of the nails. I'm going in with a straight edge nail clipper to clip down my middle finger because that one was lifted up a bit too much for my liking, and I just prefer to soak it off. And I'm also going in at the tip of all my nails and clipping off a little bit because they were too long and I want to shorten them. And I'm going in with my file to file down a little bit more at it to get away that whiteness that appeared once I clipped them. That may not have been the right way to go about clipping them down, but it happened and they got shorter, and I like the length that I was at. Now I'm going through and filing down a little more at all my nails because I am getting little imperfections that I saw still on the nail that I didn't want to leave there. I'm flattening out the nail at some areas, and I'm getting parts that will lift it at the bottom, which you can see if the acrylic is lifted because it will turn kind of like a whitish color, and you could just go ahead and file at that with the drill bit you use to take off your polish, and it should come up with ease. I didn't record my other hand getting filed because my sister does practice on my right hand so she can get better at nails, but right now I'm sizing up my tips, and you know that a tip will fit you if it fit from sidewall to sidewall. That's the side of one nail to the side of the other nail. And if a nail tip is too small, do not put that on a nail because it would get tighter on a nail and it could possibly hurt the nail, or it would crack and break. And if a nail tip is too big and you can't find a tip that's just right because let's say a number 5 is too small but a number 4 is too big, get the number 4 and file at the sides to make it fit on your nails. I'm going through and pushing back my cuticles, and I am not in frame because I like to bring my hands closer to my face when I'm doing my nails, so I go out of frame a lot. Sorry in advance. I have my 180 sanding band, and I'm going and filing at the natural nail to get the shine off. As you guys know, our body produces oils, and those oils secrete onto our nails and they make our nails shiny. And if we do not get this shiny layer off, our acrylic would lift up the next day or possibly the same day. So you want to get this layer off of your nails. And I like to file at my file's lowest speed because I'm not comfortable filing at a higher speed than that, because I do not want to thin out my natural nails and make my nails hurt from filing way too much on it. I'm now going in with the Kier Sky base coat for the dip powder set to place my nail tips on, and you will see me double check to see if my tips actually do fit from sidewall to sidewall before I glue them on. I sometimes use this glue or I sometimes use the KDS glue. Both glues are nice to put nail tips on. As you can see, my little sister is putting on my tips on my right hand because I don't feel like I ever do my right hand straight. Like my tips are always placed on crooked because I'm putting them on from an angle. So I prefer for her to put them on. But if you can only do your own nails, just keep practicing and you will get it right. So we went in with the nail tip clipper and clipped the top of the nails to make sure that my nails were the same length on both hands. And now I'm going in with a straight edge nail clipper to clip the sides of the nails to get the coffin shape that I want. It's not perfect, that's why I'm going in with the hand file, but clipping the sides does make the filing process way easier. And I will file the rest of my nails because me clipping them down took away from the coffin shape, so I gotta file them a lot to get back to the coffin shape that I want. I will move out of frame a lot because I am bringing my hand closer to myself so I can see exactly what I'm doing. So a lot of parts are going to get skipped due to me moving out of frame and my sister helping me do some of my nails. After a lot of filing, I have finally got to the coffin shape I want, to a decent coffin shape I want. And you will now see me go in with my 180 sanding band to file at the bottom of the nail tip so I can have a smooth transition from my natural nail to the nail tip. And then I'm going to go in with alcohol on either a cotton ball or a paper towel. I can't remember at the moment. And this is to dehydrate the nails because the nails had oil on it, and I want to dehydrate the nails to make sure I got all of the oils off. And you do not have to do this step. You do not have to have it dehydrated. You do not have to dehydrate the nails. This is just an extra precaution that I like to take because I want to make sure that all the oils are off of my nails and my nails won't lift up on their own without me hitting on anything. And now I'm going in with the gelish nail primer, and be sure to not skip this step. You have to have nail primer. You cannot do acrylic nails without primer and expect them to last for a really long time because the primer allows the acrylic to adhere to the nail. So please, if you ever want to do acrylic nails, make sure to get a primer or a bonder. That's what they call it sometimes, a bonder, I believe. And I think you would see me go in with a second coat of the nail primer, and that's just me bringing comfort to myself to make sure that my nails won't lift off. And as you can see, I definitely went in with that second coat. I'm watching it now. So you do not have to put the second coat. The second coat is not necessary at all. You only need that first coat. I just like to do the second coat sometimes because I feel like my first coat didn't put a lot for me. And now I'm going in with my Mia Secret monomer and Mia Secret clear acrylic to go and fill in my nails. I am not going along the whole nail with the clear acrylic. I'm just going onto my natural nail because I am going to put a colored acrylic on top of this clear, and I do not want the clear, no, I do not want the colored acrylic on top of my natural nail, because I am most likely gonna go back and file off the color acrylic when I want to change my nail set, and it will be super easier to just file off the colored acrylic instead of soaking it off and doing a whole nother full set. So I'm just going in and I'm doing a refill on all of my nails and just filling in the little space that still had natural acrylic in. I'm doing this with my Alpha brush number 9, and yeah, I will also do my right hand. And when I do this right hand, I would be picking up balls of acrylic with my dominant hand and switching it over to my less dominant hand, or my non-dominant hand, that's the name. Going in with my non-dominant hand, and it just makes it easier to pick up the beads yourself because you have control of the brush when it's in the hand you are most comfortable with, instead of the hand that you rarely do anything with. So I would pick up the beads with my right hand, and as you see, I'm about to switch it over to my left hand, and I just go along and pull the acrylic like I usually would. It's sometimes easier to move your dominant hand instead of trying to move your non-dominant hand with the brush. Instead, you could pull your dominant hand along the brush and get the acrylic to move down by itself. So anyways, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going in with a refill and bringing that clear acrylic onto all of my nails, and I tried to stay into frame for this. I'm now going in with my colored acrylic, which is Bad and Bougie by Valentino. And I'm still using my Mia Secret monomer. Note that I am not recommending you to mix monomers and acrylic powders slash polymers because you do not know how they will work together. But this was the only monomer I had, and it seems to have been working with Valentino. So that's what I use. And I will keep you updated on if my nails lift or anything because of this mixture of the brands, but I am not recommending you to mix two brands together. And I am semi out of frame, semi in frame. Sorry, but I do like to work very close to myself when I am doing my nails. It just makes me see what I need to do to my nails, like if I need to add another bead or if I don't, and etc. And as you can see, I just place beads wherever I feel like they need to go. I do not have a method that I follow, although it is best to have a method, especially when you're a beginner. But when I try to follow a method, I always miss places, so I need to go back in. And this is my first time working with this colored acrylic, so it would, my finished product after putting on this acrylic would look chunky and all that, but don't worry, I did not clickbait y'all. There, that were my actual nails. That was the finished look in the thumbnail, so no worries, just watch how I keep doing it. Also, just a little heads up, I keep on moving out of frame, and I'm so sorry, y'all. I tried to record myself doing my nails, but that is kind of hard when you're doing your own nails. So I am so sorry to all the people that's trying to watch me do my own nails and see exactly what process I go through. I had some moments where you could see what I was doing and some moments where you cannot. Sorry. I cannot express how much sorry I am to you guys because I know that I would be mad if I could not see exactly what I came onto the video to watch, but I tried. I did skip my little sister placing Bad and Bougie onto my nails because she did have a hard time doing it and she had to bring my hands closer to her face, so I was really out of frame. But as you can see, they were chunky and I had to file at them a lot. When I tell you a lot, I had to file at them a lot. But it's kind of expected because me and my sister are both beginners. I have only been doing nails since April, well, mid-April, and she has been helping me do my nails since mid-April. So we're not the best at nails, so we just have to file and file and file a lot if we do them bad. And because this was our first time working with it, we definitely had a hard time getting them as smooth as we would like, so we had to file a lot. I did skip my hand filing process because I did have my hands super close to my face. Like I wasn't even a tad bit in frame. I was out of frame the whole time, so there was no point in me keeping the clip in there. But I just did the same thing I did in the beginning. I kept filing at the sides of my nails at a 90-degree angle to make sure I can get them as straight as I can, and I was filing at the top of my nail. And make sure you hold your file straight and you keep it at a 90-degree angle to make sure you get a flat, straight tip of your nail. And now I'm going in with my e-file and I'm filing around the cuticle first to smoothen out the cuticle, and I'm filing at the rest of the nail. I am sometimes filing underneath the nail, as you just saw, because I had little dips kind of underneath, not dips, but like acrylic that kind of fell to the side that needed to be filed off the side, so I just had to go smoothing out the sides, make them straight, and make it to where no acrylic was there. And so that's all I keep doing. I will also not, like, you guys won't get the footage of me getting my right hand filed because my sister does all of that. I am filing down my nails with my metal fine drill bit, and I would say that as a beginner you should not get the metal drill bit. You should go with the ceramic drill bit because it's not as sharp as the metal one and you are less likely to cut your cuticles. But I did not order the ceramic, so I have to work with the metal because I'm not gonna order some more drill bits when I already have perfect ones that will work. And it just takes time and practice to not cut your cuticles. It's been a long time since I have cut my own cuticles, so you can get the metal and work with that, but I wouldn't recommend the metal. You should go with the ceramic drill bit. After all the filing of my left and right hand, I'm now going in to do my nail designs with the Madam Glam Perfect White Gel Polish. Now, my sister would do my ring and index finger on my left hand, and I will go in and do the French V-tip on my pinky, my middle finger, and my thumb. And once again, I did do this with Madam Glam's Perfect White Gel Polish. I'm sorry that we're going out of frame so much, but my sister definitely feels more comfortable having my finger closest to her so she can make sure she get the line straight and everything. And also, if you like the way that my sister nails look, you can go see how I did those on my prior video. As you can see, it took us a lot of time to do these 4 slanted nails, and that's because I wanted to cure each nail at its own separate time when I did the first coat, and that's because I didn't want to hit one nail and have to go redo that over and over again until I get both of them how I want them to cure. So I just did my ring finger, then cured, then did my index finger, then cured, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to skip to when I do the French V-tip because you get the gist of how we did these slanted nails. So I'm going in with a brush with the Madame Glam gel polish on it, and I forget the name of this brush, but I got it from Alpha Brush, and I will leave a link in the description below. And so as you can see, I go in and create the V first because that's the easiest way to start. You just do an outline of the shape that you're trying to obtain, and then I go in with the same brush and color in the parts that need to be whitened. And I do this with this brush because I feel more comfortable doing it with that because of how small it is compared to the brush that comes with the nail polish. That brush is very big compared to what I'm using, and it just allows me to see that I'm staying in the line and that I'm not going to mess up my lines. And as you can see, I'm going to touch up around the lines to make sure that they're as straight as I want. And if you do go out of line but you do not want to wipe off the whole thing that you just did, you can just get a cleanup brush and dip it into some acetone and clean up around the lines to make sure that they are as straight as you want them to be. Or you can get the nail tape that allows you to get straight lines as long as you place them where you need to place them. I did order some, but they have yet to come, so I'm just waiting on that, and I would most likely give you guys an updated version on how they will look with cleaner lines. And this is the finished look. Sadly, I did not get the footage of me finishing my hands and placing the rhinestones and putting the top coat on, and that's because my phone got overheated and it shut off on me and I couldn't finish recording what I did. But if you guys would like me to show you a video on how I place my rhinestones and what I use to place my rhinestones, I would gladly do that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.